What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a video showcasing you 10 things that you will no longer see in FIFA from FIFA 21 because some of the stuff is still in FIFA 20 but is getting removed. I thought about this video for a while and I thought like it came from the fact of people asking what things they would like to see in FIFA 21, and it made me just start thinking about the things that we'll never see in FIFA again unless EA obviously introduce them back. And the first one, as you can see on the screen right now, is one of the biggest, one of the best that used to be so much fun in this game, and that is trade offers. You used to be able to, for those of you that don't know, you used to be able to basically offer a number of cards, anywhere from 1 to 4, for a card on the market. And what that first of all did is it allowed people to just trade cards, not worrying about tax. You know, let's say you've got a duplicate Team of the Year Messi, someone's got a duplicate Team of the Year Ronaldo, bang, you trade them, everybody's a winner, right? What then started happening throughout these trades, as you can see on the screen there, a couple of icons from Marcelo, is that content creators started doing wager matches. So, you know, you would put up a 1,000,000 coin card, maybe an icon like Seaman and Paulo Futre there, who was actually very good in the game back in the day. And you'd play a game against each other and the winner would get the cards and you'd trade it off for someone quite poor, quite low rate, quite often bronze cards. And that ended up developing into the whole coin selling thing. So instead of companies selling coins, or instead of people buying coins off of eBay and such, they would just buy cards. And, you know, so you could just go and buy yourself like a Team of the Season Ramos or a Team of the Year Ramos. You'd offer up a bronze player. The coin distribution site or whatever would trade offer the Team of the Season or the Team of the Year card. You'd send them the real world money, and that started happening. And so because of all of that, as we move on to the third and final screen here, as you can see, there's 4 icons for the Arturo Vidal. Because that started happening, EA removed trade offers completely. They don't exist anymore. I know that they're in other sports games. Madden has it, NBA 2K has it. They have like a market where you can trade. I don't know if we're ever going to see anything quite like it in FIFA again. From what I understand, we're going to potentially be getting like an extra storage place for FIFA 21, where you can store duplicate untradables. But other than that, yeah, we've got the trade offers that no longer exist in FIFA as the first of the 10 things. Moving on is the collection book. Now, I did a series back in the day called the collection book, myself, Bates, Skills, and a few other content creators, where we opened packs and tried to fill teams, and it was quite a fun series. But that came off the back of the fact that EA actually used to have their own collection book. You can see on the screen here, it's got the collection in England, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Europe, world, stadiums, collectibles, trophies, and celebrations. And we move on there to AC Milan within Italy. The idea was, and there's a 90 rated Ronaldinho in there, the idea was that you filled up the 2 kits, the badge, and an 11-man team. And once you completed that, you got a reward for it. Now, the reason why this was really, really good is because the way FIFA 09 and FIFA 10 worked was way different for Ultimate Team, where, you know, you used to be able to, like, once a player ran out of contracts, they just, like, disappeared and ceased from existence. But also you had permanent attribute cards in these games as well as you move on to the next one. So there's a 90 Ronaldinho that gets sent to the collection. But yeah, you could basically, you see that, like, Rooney that's there. I can't even see what rating he is, 89 or something like that. You could upgrade him to a 99. You could upgrade a bronze player from that 57 centre back in the top left there all the way up to a 99. And it was a really, really cool feature that I believe they had to remove due to licensing or legal reasons, due to like match attacks or Panini sticker books and things like that. And in fact, if you look at the cards on the screen now, the reason why we don't have these rectangle cards anymore is also because of legal reasons, would you believe? So that is the second thing, guys. The next thing is that we're going to no longer see from FIFA 21 onwards is stat cards, guys. So you can see on the screen now, Leun. This Team of the Season Leun was one of my favorite players of all time in any FIFA. Not because of the player specifically, but because during this occasion is when the chem glitch, or chem gate as we call it, was around. Basically, as long as it wasn't a day 1 card, so as long as it wasn't a card in the database from the day the game came out, any card after then never had any impact with chemistry. So by putting a stat card on Leun and getting him to 99s across the board, we could play, well, we did play him at striker. We scored some insane goals with him, and we had a team just full of absolutely amazing left backs. And you can see the team kind of like what I used on the screen now. We have Leon up front at striker, Marquisio, Pogba at centre-back with Nainggolan. Because chemistry made absolutely no difference, we had that team of the season, Dario Serna, in at right centre-mid. He was amazing. And that team in general is absolutely amazing. I could see a Hulk, a Lacazette. I can see a De Gea, a Luis Suarez. Don't know who that left mid is. A Carvajal and a Di Maria on the bench as well. But yeah, there's a Maxwell in at centre mid as well. The Marquisio, who was sensational back in the day in FIFA, and still Marcelo from back in the day. And here you go one more time again, seeing a Team of the Year Messi with a stat card on him, getting him to 99s in all categories except physical and defending. And of course, as we know, guys, they're going to be gone. That is going to be it from here onwards for those. The next thing that's been removed, guys, some years back now, is morale. There used to be morale and morale cards in FIFA, and nobody really knew how it worked, but it was actually tied very heavily to performance, almost like an extra chemistry, right? So imagine already you get like a negative stat, like decrease or whatever, a negative stat boost because of chemistry, and then as you can see on the screen now, the morale of the players is all in like the low 70s. That would make them play even worse. And it was one of the most stupid additions into Ultimate Team, and it never really got understood how it works until much later on in the Ultimate Team franchise when EA finally released some information about it. But basically, if you lost a game, your morale will go down, and if you won a game, your morale will go up. Now, if you're the sort of person that didn't really pay too much attention to it or didn't really understand its significance, you would be caught in a cycle where you could have the best team possible, and if you've got like 70s, 60s, and 50s for morale, your team would just play like trash, and your opponent could have such a bang average team, have 99 morale, and would play insane. And so you can see here another squad here, like on the screen right here. You don't get to see the morale here, so it wasn't something that was very obvious all the time. There's a right mid Bastian Schweinsteiger there, can you believe? And this is what the morale card used to look like. So again, it used to give you 30 morale for the squad, and then you could have like the manager bonus as well, which would give you a monster boost. I can't remember exactly what year EA took that out, but I'm glad they did take that out because it was one of the most useless features in the history of the game. Moving on, this one for me is an interesting one because it is monthly FUT Champs rewards. I know people that finished top 100 were very, very sad to see monthly rewards go because, as you can see with the petite there, you didn't just used to get 44 red informs, you used to get an icon as well. And the top 100 players love that. I personally, even though it's flawed in itself, I personally believe the weekly reward structure works way, way better. And you can see on the screen right now, this is one of my teams from one of my old RTGs. We've got the Christian Eriksen striker card there, or like Cam converted up to a striker. We've got Gabriel Jesus red card in there. We've got some icons in there as well. We've got the red David De Gea. We've got that right wing Sterling. I believe I also had right wing Walcott as well from that same week. I personally think the weekly rewards are better. Even though the rate that the cards pop at is terrible, you get to pick a player no matter what. Even if it doesn't fit your team, you can pick the highest rated. And you don't get punished for missing a week. With regards to monthly rewards in the old FIFA, if you missed a week of playing FUT Champs, or if you just had a bad weekend or whatever, you would end up, instead of getting Elite 1 rewards, get like Elite 3 rewards, or instead of getting Elite 3 rewards, get Gold 1 rewards. And the difference in the amount of players you got, Gold 1 was 3 cards, and Elite 3 was, I think, 12 cards. And so just for missing one weekend, it punished you massively. Whereas this year, or this in the game now, if you miss one weekend, you just miss out for that weekend. And you can see here again, another icon in the pack. Some good players in there. That 88 Dries Mertens, the 86 Mane, the 86 Ter Stegen, the 85 Kylian Mbappe, along with Hernan Crespo's icon card, which that card was actually really, really good back in the day. So monthly rewards, another one that sadly has been, well, not sadly, another one that has been removed from FIFA that we'll never see again. And then, guys, we see Happy Hour. Happy Hour was the first ever pack promo / offer thing that EA ever used to do. Happy Hour, rare gold, 25k packs, 8 PM to 9 PM UK. Hazard, Sterling, and Modric are in form. And what Happy Hour used to be, as we move on to the next screen where you can see an actual pack opened. Obviously, as par for the course these days, we see these packs all the time. Back in that FIFA, we never ever used to see this pack type. It just used to be 5Ks and 7.5Ks, and that was it. And as you can see on the promo screen section now, Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, you could only get 5 for your account. That's it. They were there for 1 hour, almost like lightning rounds, I suppose. And it says double the size of a premium gold pack with an extra rare mix of 24 items, including players and consumables. And what Happy Hour used to do is every now and then it would double the opportunity of you getting informs, or it would increase the chance of getting a specific league or a specific position and things like that. And it was, as I say, it was EA's first kind of like integration of promo packs and like pack offers. And we never see Happy Hour anymore. You know, I still think the concept itself is pretty cool, and it would be good if EA, for example, today just released, you know, like a Happy Hour where they're like, okay, guys, for the next 60 minutes, all Team of the Years have 10 times the chance of like popping. And that kind of thing would be great. I don't know where that would be now with like pack odds and the, you know, the issues within packs and pack weights and things like that, but it would still be a pretty cool feature, and that obviously no longer is in the game. Another thing that has been removed, thank God it's been removed, has been formation cards. Again, a lot of you guys won't know because formation cards have been gone for about 4 or 5 years now, but formation cards used to be an absolute killer. You can see a 5-3-2 formation card on the screen there now, and you can also see the squad there in a 4-4-2, and you'll notice that my 2 centre backs, there is Dede, the centre back. No, it's not actually, is it? That's what was his name? Manuel. It's Felipe Santana and Manuel. Is that Dede? Did Dede have a team of the season? I can't even remember. Either way, you can see my 2 centre backs have got the 2 red blocks in the formation section. That is because they don't have 4-4-2 as a formation card. So for me to get them onto more personal chemistry, I would have to go and buy the 4-4-2 chem styles. Formation cards. Now, of course, much like any other FIFA, there was always a meta. The 4-4-2 was meta. The 4-1-2-1-2 wide was meta. I don't think the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow existed. And those cards used to be about 10,000 coins. And so for the 4-4-2, if you had a 4-4-1-1 formation card, you would still get the orange chemistry. So you can see, I don't know, is that Rafael Sobis at top left? And then Maicon Liete at top right are my 2 strikers, I believe. I can't remember all of them. I know Marcio Azevedo is the left back, and Danilinho. No, that's not even Danilinho, is it, on right mid? Yeah, I just can't even remember half these players. But you can see how the 2 strikers have got orange chem styles. That's because they would have been in a 4-4-1-1. So it's like almost the right formation. I don't know how EA necessarily calculated it. But basically, if you wanted to ever change your formation or your team in any way, you would end up having to pay somewhere close like 50 or 60 or 70,000 coins just for formation cards, just to change your team and have them on chemistry in the right place. And it was another one of those things that was just absolutely ludicrous. I'm so glad they got rid of it. It has no benefit, no place in the game. And, you know, when we talk about this year's attribute cards going, I think people just generally are happy. I personally am. I think they're happy. When we also talk about fitness going this year, which you're going to see now, the fitness cards or the fitness in general. When we talk about fitness going this year, a lot of people are actually upset about fitness going because I know a lot of people made a lot of money, first of all, from bronze packs due to fitness cards, but second of all, from just buying and selling fitness cards. I know last year I had somebody that used to watch me whilst I was streaming a lot, and he made tens of millions of coins over the game cycle, not even kidding, by doing nothing other than buying and selling squad fitness cards. He would just buy them during the week when they were cheap, sell them during the weekend when people needed them more because of playing lots of foot champs, and he'd just make an absolute killing. You know, let's say they were averagely selling for 1,000 coins during the week, he'd just buy as many as he could, and then on a weekend he'd list them up for 1,800 coins and just make profit. And he'd continue that cycle every day, every week, over and over and over, and made so many coins from it. Now, I personally think fitness has absolutely no purpose in this game. I also think bans have no purpose in this game. There's a squad fitness cards on the screen now, and going back and looking at a fitness squad there. I personally think bans have no say in this game. If I get a red card in a game in foot champs with, say, let's use Pookie because he's up there, why would he miss out the next game as if I'm actually going to get punished when I could then just go and waste my time doing the red card glitch in squad battles, get rid of the red card and play with him anyway. It's just something that's absolutely pointless that I hope they remove. But fitness is another thing, guys, that we will never see in FIFA again. And I love it. I used to hate the fact that you'd have to, you as a free-to-play player, as somebody that did a Road to Glory, if it wasn't for the bronze pack method and the fitness cards, you would get punished because you didn't spend money on this game, you know? And I think EA will do well and do a good job to allow people to spend more time in gameplay and less time in menus. And I think removing fitness is definitely one of those things that will happen. But what my point was initially with regards to the fitness leaving and a lot of people loving the fact that fitness was in the game because they used to make a lot of coins with it, formation cards used to be in the game, right? And people used to make a lot of coins with those. Attribute cards, people have made a lot of coins with those. There will be a new thing for FIFA 21 where whether you're a free-to-play, a pay-to-win, or a grinder, where you could still just utilize it to make loads of coins. I guarantee it. There won't, you will still have your opportunity to make lots of coins. The next thing that has gone, guys, which, I understand why, but it is a bit sad that it's gone, is custom set pieces. Set pieces over the last few years have just been really, really poor. They've been stupidly overpowered and broken, like the red free kick glitch from FIFA 20 that got patched quite quickly. They were either stupidly underpowered, like FIFA 19, where I genuinely can't even say that I scored 5 free kicks in FIFA 19. They were next to impossible to score. Corners, always the near post header OP, where you can't even do anything about it, and the stamina glitch for the person that's standing at the near post. Free kicks just in general being absolutely useless from non-shooting range. Indirect free kicks just absolutely useless because you can't set yourself up to have like your big men in the box and the rest of your team where you want it. The game just decides, okay, you're going to put Theo Walcott at the near post for me and Lionel Messi at the back post for me, and what chance have I got of scoring a goal? And so what we used to have was this custom set piece creator. You could choose who you wanted where and where they run from each individual position. Whether that's from the corners, from the free kicks, deep free kicks, left free kicks, right free kicks. You could set how many people you wanted forwards, how many people you wanted backwards, which I think, again, is valuable because even now in the game, if you get a free kick in your opponent's half, even if it's an inch in your opponent's half, EA will bomb everyone forward for you, even if you're an ultra defensive, right? And it's just so stupid. It's just really a backwards system. However, in typical classic FIFA community idiocy, the custom set piece creator got removed because people just found exploits and bugs and glitches with it. I remember that people used to set up a whole line of people on the goal line, not necessarily in the goal, but just on that back goal line there. All 11, all like 10 players or 9 players, obviously the goalkeeper back and the free kick taker, so 9 players. They used to set them all to run out and then all to run back in again. And because you could set up your set pieces offensively but not defensively, it just used to create a stupid scenario where you had a monster advantage as the attacking team and it couldn't be stopped. And so people started creating these custom set pieces. I remember Kazooie had a custom set piece where he would basically score a bicycle kick off the set piece every single time without fail. And so, of course, EA had to remove it. Well, of course, EA had to remove it because that's what they do. If it's like, oh, it's broken, let's just remove it or completely nerf it. It would have been better if they just balanced it, if they just balance the whole set piece thing, because I still think it would be great to be able to set up custom set pieces. But sadly, EA don't feel the same. And the last thing that we haven't seen for many, many years that we'll hopefully never see again is bid tokens. This might seem so alien to some people, so crazy. If you go on the console and you put a bid on a player, that's just it. You just bid on a player as long as you got the coins. On the web app, you used to have bid tokens. So every time you bid on a player, you would lose a token. I think it was there to stop auto buyers and bots from constantly like bidding and snapping up good deals and things like that. But it was just such a backwards system because people could just go to the console and bid instead. And so, as you'll see through these screenshots here, you can actually buy bid tokens, 5,000 coins for 100 bid tokens, 3K for 50, 2K for 25 bid tokens. But every time you would place a bid on the web app, you would lose a bid token. And it was just infuriating because sometimes there was like a really good deal there and you couldn't afford to buy bid tokens. I think it took 1 hour and it would give you 4 bid tokens every hour or something like that. And you used to have to use your coins and your bid token to try and purchase a player on the web app. And I mean, I am super glad that's gone. I remember sitting there with a Tani actually on the web app making offers and bids and stuff with no bid tokens, trying to find good deals and just hope that other people didn't have bid tokens and things like that. And it was just one of the most ludicrous things that was in the game that is no longer anymore. So there you go, guys. 10 things that you will never see in FIFA ever again. If you've got more that you want to see, let me know what it was that used to be in FIFA that is no longer in FIFA down below, and I can bring a part 2 out to you guys, no problem at all. This is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.